It's late in the day, but we are on day 16 of the 25 days of Christmas. And we're back to cards. Hi, this is Kelly with Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. Today's card was inspired by Rebecca Borkowski. She is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and has been a dem since 2016. She's got some really pretty cards on her blog. I'm going to link you to her version of my inspired card today down in the description box below, but please feel free to cruise her site and look her up on Pinterest. Okay, so this one we are using this Christmas. It was from the Stampin' Up! 16 and 17. I don't know why I have 616 and 517. I don't think it works that way. Unless it was maybe from the main catalog. That could be. So I'm going to be using this pattern today. I haven't decided what I want to run on the inside yet. I'm still thinking about it. I'm thinking about this one on the inside of the bottom of the page. But this is what we're working with today. Now I've got to get working on a book tonight, so Bob has left the house so I could get stuff done. And so I'm going to try and get through this so I can get over to the computer and work on my book. So I started with this base. Now she said she used Very Vanilla, which was the base color in this. But everything looked like it went with white, so that's what I did. We started with the sweater embossing folder from Stampin' Up! You may still be able to find it online. Anything that I have time to look up with, not today, will usually be linked down below. I've also gone back to the layering circles. We're using the plain one, and we are using the scalloped edged. We are using the stamp set. I don't know why I can't get things to fit over here. Merriest Wishes. This is what I did. I pulled the stamp set, went to Pinterest and said, okay, what cards were made using Merriest Wishes? And we have found this one, and that's also the sentiment that I'm going to be putting on the inside of the card. Now, I did not have the tree die that she used, so I used the tree from Lovely as a Tree, and I fussy cut it out. It's stamped in garden green, and that's what we're going to work with. Okay, so we're starting with Cherry Cobbler base. We're going with the Whisper White, run through the embossing folder of the sweater pattern, which I think is a really cool pattern, and I don't use it often enough. Now, because there's a lot of embossing in here, I'm going to make sure to run glue down those embossing strips so that we get a lot of coverage with this, and this embossing folder holds in where it's supposed to be. And of course, I just touched that with my finger, so guess who's going to be wearing glue today? You know, because as always. So we're going to get that in there. Now this was, the base was 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I really should use a dry baby white, but I don't have one handy to get that off of there. And then, so the mat is cut by 4 by 5 1/4, so it makes it 1/8 of an inch short all the way around. Now, in Rebecca's, she matted this on garden green. I chose not to do that. I chose to put garden green down, and then we're going to mat the paper on the garden green. And it is cut 2 1/4 inches by, no, this is cut 2 inches by 4, and then this is cut 1 3/4 by 4. And I'm going to glue that in place first. Yesterday, I think I told you this morning's video that after Bob's dentist appointment, see, we were supposed to be gone all day today. And I thought, you know what? We're out and about. Let's just go ahead and do everything today, and then I can stay home on Thursday. And it's worked out very well as far as trying to get stuff caught up. Squish that glue out of there and try not to get it on my fingers, okay? Now, if I wasn't worried about mailing, I might dimensionalize this, but I decided not to because postage is expensive. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on right here. And because I got glue on there, we're going to go ahead and make use of that. Just like that. Now, hold that thought. I just wanted to double check that placement. Now the tree is going to go right here, and then this is all going to go over here. So let's start by layering these 3 pieces together. You can tell I'm not really with it today. I'm trying to get everything done. I haven't done anything in the house today, and that's usually my rule, is I get stuff done in the house before I worry about taking care of my writing, and we've decided that's not going to happen anymore. From 3 to 5 o'clock, I am an author. Like it or not. And this weekend I have a writing retreat, so I plan to be online pretty much all of Friday and Saturday to do that. So now this has got to sit here, and then this is going to be where the tree goes. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a bead of glue right this way, and I hope my head's not in the way too much. Just run that bead of glue there, and I might make it a little bit wider. Okay, just like that. And then I can center that tree on that point. Hold it in place for just a minute. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do this one. I keep putting the cap on. That's good to me, right? I'm putting my cap on. I have cherry cobbler glue under my nails. And then that's going to go right there. Now, there's one more thing we're going to do. And I think Christmas, I thought I had some sequin stars. I do. I get them out of the box. I have some little blingy stars, and I can put a blingy star on the top of each tree. So we're going to put just a dot, and I mean a bare dot. And I know what I'm looking for here. There it is. We're going to take and, whoa, put that. Then I want to turn here so I can get in the right direction. And twist our little point. And there we go. There's our star on our Christmas tree. And I'm going to set these aside. And I'm going to bring in my white piece. Don't you love how people say they can do a card in 10 minutes? Well, we're going to do this card in 10 minutes, but here's the trick. You have to know where you're going first. Nobody says anything about the prep work ahead of time, right? I've been sitting at the dining room table since about 12:30, working on this. And we're going to go Merriest Wishes right there. And I think what I want to do, and I'm going to set this up here because I will come back and do the rest of that one. Look at our paper options really quick here. I don't like any of those, but I have some long pieces here. That might be pretty. A little large for this. There's the back of the one we're using. Don't want to put music notes on there, so let's go to the main package. I really like this. And I have big pieces of everything, I think. And I could do, oh, let's do this one. I like this one. Now, because this is not 12 inches wide, I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. And I think I want, let's go above the green, below the green, between the greens, just like that. And I'll come back to that one. I want this strip. So I'll do that, like that. And then I'm going to cut another one. Take that one off. And this should give me the 5 that I need. Maybe not. Let's go ahead and take a third one off, just to be sure. Sometimes it's a matter of just getting out, you know, picking one inspiration piece. What do I want to work with today? And then make use of the internet. It's allowed. Okay, and then these need to be 4 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and cut him off at 4. 1, 2. See, and we'll have a piece for a masterboard. So I'm glad I went ahead and cut these. And I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting these off, and then I'll have them to put inside the cards. Because I have the other 4 card bases over here all put together, ready to go. 4. Because I'm only making 5 cards, I'm not going to cut this one down twice. We're just going to cut him down once, and those will go back in the bag and become parts of the master board for that card pack, or for that paper. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do this one. Right like this. It just adds a little something to the card on the inside. And then we're going to come back with this one. Oops, you know what? Let's trim that off a little bit. Trim that off. Sometimes a little fine tuning is necessary. And then we're going to go here and here. And keep in mind, any of the things we make in cards would make great panels in a Christmas journal. So if you don't send cards, make one, take a picture of it, and use that as an email card for everybody on your Christmas list, or post to your Facebook group, and then use it for a tuck-in or a tuck in your journals. That's going to do it for us for day 16. I will be back here tomorrow for day 17 and another Christmas card. In the meantime, please remember to like, to share, subscribe, check out the description box below. And creative Christmas blessings.